Hey, Yugioh. I guess I could try that again. Hello and welcome to Back to Yu-Gi-Oh! This is episode 15 and this week, after a week of break, we go back to a regular store. Last week I couldn't go to play because I was at the convention, which you can see here what I did. I actually just got back from a vacation I took after the con. I was in Italy the last few days and I just arrived, so I'm gonna go and head to the store now to play some games. Let's go! In round 1 I go first. I have a pretty good hand and start out with Scrap Recycler, but I immediately get shut down by Dimension Shifter. I mill Mind Reader and pass to him, and in the end phase he activates Orochi. On his turn he activates Pot of Desires and removes 10, and then he summons Grey Maju. After that he reveals Ogopogo, makes me discard one, which is the wrong one, so he draws one and special summons Ogopogo. After that he Exceed summons into Lancelot and attacks me for over 8000 damage for game.
Round 2. Fight!
Game 2 I go first again, but this time I draw that. I set 1, play Terraforming to get Scrap Factory, play Scrap Factory and then set 2 before I pass to him. In the end phase he activates Orochi again, removes 8 and then moves to his draw phase. In his main phase he normal summons Grey Maju again, then reveals Danger Bigfoot, makes me discard 1 and then special summons and draws 1. Up next, he Exceed summons into Sky Fortress, then detaches Orochi to get in the grave. He activates Orochi's effect and removes 8, but I negate the summon be caught by the grave. He attacks my face down Crystron Rosenix, then my token passes to me. I draw nothing, so I surrender and he wins. In Game 2 I played against one of the newer decks which just came out with Red Eyes Dark Dragoon invoked, and it was actually a pretty even game. I won the second round, but in the third round I had bad outs, so in the end he won 2 and 1. So let's head to Game 3. In Game 3 I actually played against something I hadn't seen before, which was a Pendulum and Endymion deck, and I actually didn't quite know how it worked. I had to ask a couple of questions overall, but he put out a pretty decent board at the first round, which I somehow managed to clear with my cards and won the first round. And in the second round he started out again and played his board, and when I started playing he suddenly said he actually misplayed terribly and then just scooped. I would have actually been able to clear the board as well, but this way I won the second round. So let's go to the next game. I go first and play a Scrap Beast, then special summon Scrap Orthos and destroy Scrap Beast. After that I play a Gizmek Orochi and remove 8. I link into Scrap Wyvern, use Wyvern's effect to get the Scrap monster back, destroy it, and special summon Scrap Golem from the deck and special summon Beast with Golem's effect. I synchro into Scrap Twin Dragon, and with that board I pass to him. He draws and then he plays Fossil Dig to get an Oviraptor to his hand. Next he plays Raigeki to clear my board, but through Twin Dragon's effect I get another golem on the field. He normal summons Oviraptor and gets Dogoran, which he then tributes my golem for. After that he also summons another Dogoran on his side and goes to battle phase, destroying both Dogorans and then attacking me directly. On my turn I summon Orochi again, then summon Mind Reader and Synchro Summon into a Scrap Twin Dragon. After that I go to battle phase and I take over his monster. On his turn he activates Lost Word, then normal summons Petit Pteranodon. He summons a token to my side of the field and tries attacking over it and negating it with Lost World, but I negate the Surge effect with Ash Blossom. He passes to me, I normal summon Crystron Rosenix and destroy it to bounce his cards, then I get a token and special summon Gizmek Orochi, which I then link into Scrap Wyvern. I try using Wyvern's effect, but he negates it with Effect Veiler, so I just attack him directly. After that I pass to him, but he draws that and surrenders, so we go to game 2.
Round 2. Fight.
In game 2 he makes me go first again, I reveal Tsuchinoko and make him discard one, then special summon Tsuchinoko and draw one. After that I normal summon Scrap Searcher and link into Scrap Wyvern. With Wyvern out I can summon Parallel Exceed and search for another Parallel Exceed. Next I special summon Scrap Orthos and destroy one card through its effect. I try using Wyvern's effect to get back Golem, but he negates it with Effect Veiler, so I synchro summon my two monsters into Scrap Dragon and pass to him. On his turn he starts out by playing Terraforming, but I negate it with Ash Blossom. He sets one and passes back to me. On my turn I activate Wyvern's effect, get a Scrap monster and destroy it to destroy his face down card, which is Petit Pteranodon, so he also gets a special summon a monster. I special summon Golem from the deck and Searcher from the grave, and he special summons Pancratops. I use Scrap Dragon's effect to destroy Pancratops, to which he chains its effect and destroys Dragon, which gets me Golem back to the field. Golem gets me back Orthros and synchros into Scrap Twin Dragon, then the second Golem also gets me back on Orthros. With that I have over 8000 damage and I attack him directly to win the game. And now for the 5th round, which is the final round. I'm currently standing at 2-2 and still have a chance at the tops if I win this game. I play against a Tenji deck, which is also something I hadn't seen before, so it's more or less guessing in the dark. But in the first round I actually played pretty decent, but he had the better odds overall and won the first round. And then in the second round I went first and I didn't have a good hand, and I also did a misplay that I'm not very happy with, but overall I didn't think I had any outs left against him even without that misplay. So he won that game 2-0 and I ended the day with 0-3 standings. And that's the games for this week. With a 2-3 standing I'm kind of okay with it. I don't think I could have won 2 of the games at least, so 2 of the games were a definite loss for me. I think the Tenji game and the Gremaju deck, I really didn't know how to win against those, especially with the bad hands I had in the first round. In round 2, maybe if I played differently I could have won, but no telling. I looked over the game and I didn't really see any mistakes that I did. So overall I think that's pretty much the best I could have done today. And now for the big part, there was a new band list last Friday, I think it came out, and it actually hit my deck pretty hard. I mean, it probably hit all decks pretty hard, but it hit mine especially hard because I'm already working on a very small engine, and with the machine monsters, with Scrap Recycler, now with Jet Synchron gone and with Mecha-Phantombeast O-Lion gone, I kind of have no more machine monsters I can search with Scrap Recycler, and I'm only left with Orochi and Crystron Rosenix. So now I have to think about what I want to do with my deck, if I want to keep playing this deck, even if I want to switch to a completely different engine. I thought about maybe switching to something like the Danger engine or something like that, or if I should switch to a new deck entirely, because I can try out different decks as well, as this deck seems to be pretty liable and pretty dependent on those cards because of Jet Synchron and Mecha-Phantombeast O-Lion. So if you have any suggestions what I could put in instead, tell me in the comments down below, or if you think I should switch to another deck, please feel free to tell me as well and give me suggestions what I could switch to. And that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. There will most likely not be a video next week, not because I don't want to make one, but because there is actually a Magic tournament at the store next week, so we don't have space to play the local tournament. and if I can find any replacement, there will be no video next week, but we will see. That's it for the video. If you liked it, feel free to press the like button and hit subscribe and the bell button to get notifications whenever I put out a new video. Yu-Gi-Oh videos come out each Monday or Tuesday depending on how fast I am with editing it. And yeah, that's basically it, and until next time, have a nice day!